Yeah. I think it's my chance to the rap. Yeah. They're welcoming me to the top. Yeah. I'm seeing that this is my spot. Yeah.
Welcome back, man. It's a million ways to get it, man. Today we're gonna be checking out my guy Don, man. He's a professional carpenter, man. He's the operator owner of Over the Hills LLC, and he's gonna get into his entrepreneurial journey from the ground up, man, straight from the muscle. So we're gonna get right into it, man. Check my guy Don out.
On the verge, bro. Yeah. Dreams of trying to make it big as Virgil, though. Yeah. 9 to 5. Fuck, I won't be.
I've only been in the game for about 3 years.
That's
just shy of something like that. Just shy of 3 years.
Three years. That's a good amount of time though. You can learn a lot in 3 years if you focus.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If you focus in that 3 years, you're not taking that 3 years for granted. 3 years, you can definitely learn a lot. So like, what kind of got you started on this path and got you kind of going down to wanting to be a carpenter? Because I know, like, you know what I mean. There's so many things you could have wanted to be.
One day, North Philly. One day in the hood. Somebody buy a house on the block. Somebody younger than me. He tell us, he was an electrician. At the time, I knew nothing about the houses or the game or any of it. He tell us how much he bought the house for. He told us how he was an electrician, like I said. So he told us how much he would save by doing the electricity, and it kind of just clicked. So I'm like, okay, the electrician is not as creative for me. So I say carpentry. You could build, you know what I mean? You could do different things, you know what I mean? That's what it was. I made a decision, go to school.
Right.
I go to school. First two days, everything go cool. I get in, first 2 days I go to school. We had the third day off. And that day I wound up having to go to the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you sign up, they tell you have 14 consecutive days you can miss.
Yeah.
And I missed 4. Went back to school, and they told me I was off the roll. Sat me down. I'm like, damn. Now, this is at this time, I'm 24. Like I said, young in the hood. This is probably like the fourth little get rich scheme I had that flop. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do now?
So I literally tell myself, I say, all right, look, I'm moving a little different at this time. I'm moving a little different, little family man type. You know what I mean? It's not all figured out, but I'm moving a lot different, a lot better, than the average. I literally tell my now wife, I say, look, babe, I literally need a job like that's gonna pay me every week. You know what I mean? I literally got a flexible schedule. You know what I mean? They gonna have to pay me daily. Like, I'm boasting a little bit, right? I get a little catering job. They pay me every week. They pay me every day. Man, I was able to work when I wanted to. I'm like, oh, I stick with it. Now it's energy. I stick with it. I worked for that job maybe 2 years. Which it was different before, but it's now, they bought it out. It's now what Grubhub is. It wasn't Grubhub then, but it's now Grubhub, right?
Right.
So I'm Grubhub, and this crap, it's 20,000 my first half a year or something like that. 19,990 is what I made that 1 year. I'm like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something clicked right there.
But you still see everything moving. So the whole time I'm in and out of downtown, South Philly, and I still see buildings going up. Real estate. You know what I mean? I'm like, golly.
Yeah.
I'm missing out.
I gotta get into there. I gotta get a piece of that.
One random day, my wife, she's like, yo, she's like, when the class start break up? I'm like, oh, my check, it was like a month or two later. I'm like, I gotta do it. I go take the test, I fail it. I'm like, damn. The first time I passed it, I'm like, damn, I failed. Take it over, I passed. Little troubles, I get through it. I'm here, you know what I mean? Pass, flying colors. 3 years, I graduated. I graduated the end of 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So what? I'm a little over 2 or something.
Yeah, man. You're here now.
My growth is crazy. My growth is crazy. Build a
Definitely.
house ground up right now. You know what I mean?
Building a house from the ground up right now.
Ground up.
That's crazy.
No trouble.
With no trouble.
With no trouble. So I'm gonna need some subcontractors, but no trouble.
Just the moment I put all that working for. Yeah, writing outros from a plane view. So high up and still so
That's major though. That's major though. That's major to see the growth within the process, because a lot of times, you know, when you go to make that change, there's not always that warm comfort, like of like, oh, you gonna do this, you gonna do that. It's not always that positive person pushing you forward. You might be getting that back, that you know, that stuff, those outside voices. So what can you say to folks to kind of what can you say to folks that are out here that are trying to start themselves on this journey from an idea to it actually happening? What can you say to them? Like, what advice would you give somebody starting on an entrepreneurial journey or something like that, like carpentry, electrician, things like that? Like, where you gotta really, because that's a real class, and you really gotta pay attention. You gotta learn that stuff, because one wrong slip and you know what I mean, you can hurt yourself, hurt somebody else. So you don't know where that could go. So what could you speak to you know, kind of give them that how to stay on that path while you're going through that?
So I would first touch on what you said, like you said, the outside voices, the can you do it? Those
Yeah.
So so like I said, this is probably like my 4th or 5th attempt. I done did nursing. I done tried a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I done tried a lot. Make clothes. I done tried a lot. And like I say, for my family, they probably looked at it like, damn, one more thing. You know what I mean? This nigga want to build houses. You know what I'm saying? But and I felt them. But what I could say is try. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking try. Because you're not gonna know what you can or can't do if you don't try. I know it sounds cliche.
Yeah.
But I'm building houses. Anybody that's gonna see this, they gonna be looking at. They like, yeah. That's different. Like he building a house. That's different for him, but. You gotta try things. Try the things in your comfort zone. You know what I mean? If it works out, it works out. That's awesome.
Yeah.
If not, try some things out of your comfort zone. Start small. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you gotta try. Don't be scared to try. Don't listen to anybody that tell you don't try. You have to.
Right.
You have to.
Right. Definitely. I can speak to, like, you know, trying, because like this whole process, you know, I started everything from my phone. So, you know, my phone. Hanger, I walk to my man's crib, you know what I mean? We go handle that business, and you know what I mean? And the next thing you know, I'm in DC. Absolutely. And I got the lights on me, and I'm like, oh.
And where was you starting at?
From the crib.
Where's that at?
Like I'm in Coatesville, so like
DC.
I walk 3 blocks up to do my first one. Next thing you know, I'm sitting in DC with my man from around the way. So he didn't move down there and made a life for himself. So I was like, yo, I gotta highlight how you can move from your situation.
Absolutely.
And you can change everything. You know what I mean? Word to my guy Chuck. But I mean, so like Chuck definitely came through, and he showed major love. Like, and I would say, you know, they may start off small in your mind. Like, this started off small. Like, I was thinking vlog with my phone and like a tripod, and I was walking around doing all this by myself, hopping off trains and all that. I mean, doing it like that. And then my man came through, and then you see the difference in the idea. It starts to evolve. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So how can you speak to the evolution of ideas? Like how your ideas evolve from, like, you probably thought, you know, you're just going to fix up a couple houses, make a little money, and then now you're building an entire house.
Absolutely.
So like the evolution of that's major. So can you speak to that for the people?
So, like you said, that's exactly what I thought. I literally made my decision of, you know what I mean, saving a couple thousands of dollars in the real estate game. I came into carpentry thinking real estate. Because obviously I didn't have $20,000 or $15,000 just to go buy your house. And if I did, how would I fix it? You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's how I was thinking. But through the school, I really got into it. Yeah. At my school, which was Orleans Tech. I appreciate everything they did. They did an awesome job. Orleans Tech.
Yeah.
6-month program, 3-month classwork, 3-month hands-on. And classwork was, once I caught all the classes, I'm like, damn. And I knew what to do hands-on. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking real estate. I'm thinking carpentry, obviously.
Right.
I come out here I'm not just, and this is what I try to focus on, because it's easy. It's you got the union. It's easy to just be a carpenter and just frame or whatever the case may be. But I try to be different.
Right.
Custom work. Deal with different people in different projects, not just the houses, or not just regular commercial spaces. I do a lot of different things. I had a client. I did like the new V steam, the vaginal steams they had. They don't. I built a few chairs for somebody.
Oh, that's fire.
So just different stuff. That's my evolution. Different. I don't just come and just frame the house and leave for the money. Like, I sleep with this. I come home, I'm 28, I still sit on YouTube with my daughter in my hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just looking at different things.
Yeah,
you know
man.
What I mean? That's what it is for me.
Okay, I love it, because, like, I'm a YouTube junkie, like, you know what I mean? YouTube University is real for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I learned master stuff, like, all the stuff I know, like, about how to get LLCs, how to do this, how to do that, how to save for my taxes, all that. That's YouTube. I'm going hard. I wake up in the middle of the night, same thing. Like, I'm sitting there watching that joint, like, because I gotta know, because, like, in the age we in now, we in the age of information, and I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, the people that taught us were people that came up in that industrial age. They came up in a time where, you got your job, you got your pension, you got those type of things. Those things are things that you got, and that's cool and all. But, like, you know what I mean? It's good to see guys thinking outside of the box, and taking something like carpentry, but then making it their own, and not being like the conformer. Like, I'm gonna get this carpentry, and then I'll get a job at a company, or I'll do this, I'll do that. Nah, you take that, and now you got the knowledge. The knowledge is the money. The knowledge is the money, because, like, now you know the money ain't. It's not scrambling for the change. You're using what you know to make that living, and that changes the whole narrative and the whole game for you.
Absolutely.
So,
it absolutely scares me. It frightens me to have to work for a company.
Yeah, it's tough.
It frightens me.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. It's tough because for me, it's like that person being able to walk into a room and tell me, your money stops today.
Absolutely,
like,
man.
and that's up to them, and it's just business. You can't even be mad. You can't even have an attitude. It's just business. What?
Listen. Like I said, I'm a little over 2 years in. Just maybe, maybe a year and a half now or something like that. My first employer, my first and only official employer.
Mm-hmm.
Told me that at the time I wasn't a good enough carpenter for what I was pushing for, and what I was pushing for was just more. You know what I mean? I just wanted to be more hands-on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanted more. I caught myself. I was told to clean up after another carpenter that had worked at his station where he was at for the day. And when he was done at his station, he came to where my station was at to do what I was doing. And the lead carpenter told me, you know what I mean, that I had to clean up with whatever they was doing or whatever. Trying to keep your job, it's a good job. Beautiful benefits. Beautiful. Good money. And I questioned it. I can't understand why I have to. I'm not really understanding that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I could not, and I said it just like that. I can't understand why I have to clean up. And it made sense. He agreed that it made sense. And at that point, I'm like, okay, so I'm not wrong. I'm not tripping. So what do I do?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Where do I change this at now?
Absolutely. And when that came about, like I said, and I told him I wanted to do more, and he just told me that I just wasn't a good enough carpenter yet. And that's not what I wanted to hear. You know what I mean?
Nah.
I didn't come into the game and say, I made the decision and I went straight to school. I never stepped foot on the site. I went straight to school. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And to come out and to have somebody else try to slow my progress down, I couldn't do it.
Right.
I couldn't do it. I
So
couldn't do it.
So it was time.
So
It
a
was
year
time.
and a half ago, I wasn't a good enough carpenter. Anybody that sees this video and sees the work, like, gotta be inspired. You have to be inspired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to.
This shit perfect. Yeah. I think it's my chance to rap. Yeah. They say I'm the king of the crap. Yeah. No pun intended.
Yeah, because it's sticking to the guns. You know what I mean? Sticking to that plan A. You know what I mean? I've had 20, 30 different things I could have probably said, you know what, I'm not going to do this no more, man. I'm tired. I don't feel like doing this, or I don't feel like doing that, or, you know what I mean, my mom's around, or I got to do this, I got to do that. But when I really break it down to what I want and where I want to go and how I'm going to get where I'm going to go, I got to do it the way I'm doing it. I got to go wherever it's at. It's like, you know what I mean?
Take whatever good advice you think is good and keep going your direction.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
I think I just had I ran across Will Smith. He was and he was like, it was like a motivational. He was talking on one of them shows, and he was talking about how like nobody can tell you how to be the best you.
Absolutely.
And that was crazy, right? Because it's like, yo, like you only know what you got. Like, so somebody could have told me, oh yeah, you could do this, you can do that, but until I do it and I see it and I actually put the time into it, I can't see it for what somebody else is going to tell me. Like, you can give me all the advice you want, but I'm doing something that, you know what I mean, it's me.
Absolutely.
I'm doing
man.
that. You gotta have
Absolutely.
that kind of sight to see, like, you know what, people are not gonna see that vision you got. Cause like, you know what I mean, you saw when you first picked up a hammer and started doing this, you was like, oh man, I'm gonna be doing this and that. After you start doing it, you already knew, like, I'm gonna be doing this.
Yeah.
Like, this is something I can do.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean? Once you got that going, it's like, all right, I got it. They may not see it yet, but I got it. So long as I got it, it don't matter. It don't matter. Everything else is going to play out how it play out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So where you see yourself going? Future plans, like where you see yourself taking. Right now, you're building houses. After you've gotten to that point, there's a next step. Where you see yourself going from there?
Well, ultimately, real estate.
Yeah.
I will be entering the real estate game fully because I've done some dipping and dabbing, but I will be officially in the real estate game. 2020 or 21 indefinitely.
Yeah. For sure.
But I mean, I got plans. I'm sure.
You can be vague. You can be vague. You can be vague. It's all right. We don't want to give up the master plan on camera. You get to be a little vague. Like, you know what? I wanted us going to the real estate game. We could rock with that,
I got
man.
some other plans that got to do with like schools. That I plan that. I went to Shellcross. So and they still got like Camelot, which is where it came from. They still got the Camelot school. So I will be hopefully. I'll get with my teachers, my old teachers, and hopefully doing something with the schools. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I know what it's like not to have it up here. You know what I mean? I know exactly what it's like. So hopefully I can do something with the schools, some nonprofits, just a lot of different stuff, man. It's not just wood, man.
Yeah, man. I feel like what you're doing is major for the kids that look like us, and you know what I'm talking about. Because there's this all with the game. There's this all with I'm gonna jump off the porch and I'm gonna do what I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get this paper. I'm saying, you know what I mean? You look down the street, at the end of the corner, he got the car, he got the money, he got the girls, he got the this, he got the jewelry, he got all the things that will allure you to something that, it's really not for you. But ain't nobody giving them a positive outlet. We just telling them, you can die, you can go to jail. Nobody's giving them that thing. So like having a young brother like yourself on and seeing that like, he good. He doing everything that your favorite guy could do.
Came from
this
the same
way.
place.
Same place. You know what I mean? But now you can lay down at night and you don't gotta worry about thinking about somebody taking away everything. For what? All I do is I'm doing everything right. I'm following my paperwork right. Ain't nothing you can do to me. Nope. We're gonna be out here smiling and laughing. You know what I mean? Doing what we do.
Absolutely.
But First, I just want to thank you for letting me come through, man, and pulling up on you. You know what I mean?
Man.
Stepping in, and you know what I mean. I ain't seen this guy in a long time, man. I mean, he was a young boy last time I saw him, man. We got some family ties, but you know what I mean. North Philly like my second home. You know what I mean. My guy Faze from out here. He always put me on, showed me. You know, Philly always showed me mad love, man. Cheesesteaks and all that. You know what I
mean? Don't ask the features. I'm way colder. Yeah. And I know they might say we way older.
Thanks everybody again, man. It's a million ways to get it. We out of here, man.
Take it easy.
Fuck it. This that you can thank me now, shit. That reason that them niggas don't see me around, shit. Yeah, talk about my flow, bitch. I think I found it. Yeah, Katie, when I pull it, what it did I found? Yeah, still not hot, how the fuck I sound? Yeah.
Is this? There's only 4 doors in this goddamn hallway. How the fuck did everybody just decide to come in?
There are like mad doors open up at once. I thought I was tripping.
Yeah.
Is that like 3 doors?
It's
Oh, the 4 that are here? 3 of them are opening now?